Welcome to the show.
This guy got a mistletoe belt on.
Gosh, that is bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot.
Looked in the mirror, I'm like,
Good old innocent fun. Welcome back, everybody, to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. I'm your host, Dylan Krasinski, coming to you from a beautifully cloudy day in Astoria, Queens. Day after Halloween, and we're ready to have some fun. With me, as always, is my wonderful co-host.
Me.
The man with the plan, Johnny Tsunami, the big dog, Mr. Ray Zawodni.
No, man, you haven't introduced me in a while. That's what happened there.
Got a little sloppy.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan. And more importantly, we want to thank everybody that has been checking out Troublemakers online, on YouTube, watching those full video episodes and checking out our shorts out there. We greatly appreciate it. Also to our audio listeners using the streaming apps, you can do us a big favor that could really help us out. And that big favor is leave us a rating and review on those apps. If you're going to leave us a rating, I do ask one thing: 5 stars. Nothing less than 5 stars. And if I do go out there and I see any new reviews that are less than 5 stars, I'm not going to attack you. I'm not going to come and try to kick your ass and threaten you because I have a sprained ankle right now, so it wouldn't be a fair fight. But it's just been a rough year, and I lost my dad, I lost my grandfather. So if you could just leave us a good fucking rating, like that would be nice, okay? Or you'll be fucking joining my dad and my grandfather once my ankle heals up, and I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna fucking kill you. We got a very special guest on the show, a return, probably our favorite guest, a Hall of Fame guest, if you will.
Yeah, I mean the guy who's done the pod more than any guest that we've ever had on.
First time in the new digs, though.
First time in the new studio. We're happy to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Leonelli.
yeah, what's up, y'all? I'm so happy to be back here. This is my favorite pod to do.
Hell
honestly.
yeah, dude.
Oh,
we love
thanks for
having you
saying
here,
that,
man.
man.
How are things, buddy? We just said before you came in, you're looking good. You're looking svelte.
Yeah.
You're looking
feeling
lean,
good.
man.
Had to get a little thinner. I was been doing a lot of walking, a lot of traveling, went to a ton of places, so I've been walking a lot. I was in Rome for pretty much in Europe for like a month straight.
Oh shit.
Holy shit.
It's a good time.
Dude, that's I gotta say, I hate that when people are like, oh, you look good, and what have you been doing? You're just like, I've just been walking. It's like, you know how much I walk and I fucking gained weight, dude.
Right. Yeah, well, I was walking like I was beat from this like 16 hours a day. You know, you're out these places traveling.
Yeah.
I was in Croatia where Game of Thrones is, and my thing is I like castles. So that's my thing. Palaces, castles. I'm a kid at heart.
Nice, dude.
I was in learning disability class. You guys should know that.
I really like castles.
Yeah,
I
He-Man.
like castles.
Yeah. And dude, I'll go build a sandcastle. I just came back from Myrtle Beach. My legs are sore. I built 2 sandcastles. I mean, dude, I got deep, man. I would dug a hole, a moat. A kid twisted his ankle in my moat. I'm like, back up.
Dude, it did its job.
Yeah.
Kept the kid away.
He said it was kid. It was me. That's why I got a sprained ankle. I was trying to take down Dom's moat.
Yeah.
I'll
but-
fuck around with Legos and build
Oh,
shit.
dude, I love some Legos.
Yeah.
Are you
Dude, we got
Italian?
Legos
you
right here.
Italian, ain't you? A little
No,
bit?
Polish.
Oh, I
But I
thought
used
that
to.
was
I
Italian.
worked for a mason for years. Italian guy.
Yeah.
I love the idea that you were like, you Italian? Yeah, I get it. You like Legos. Us Italians, we love the Legos.
I swear, even my father, he was playing with Legos till a late age. About 38, he finally put them down. It's hard. Dude, I played with them, dude. I remember I was a late bloomer when it came to talking to girls, and I was like 14 or something, and I'm in the living room playing with Legos, and we had a big window, and this girl my friends were trying to set me up with surprised me. She looked in the window. She was watching me just build Legos. I'm making sound effects, and I used to make my hands walk, and she turned around and left. I was like, Gina, what happened? She goes, you play with toys. I thought we lied and said I was 17, so it looks a little worse.
Dude, I played with like action figures till I was too old.
Yeah, I used to love it too. Wrestling toys was my thing.
Oh yeah,
dude. I think I had sex and was still playing with like action figures, like Batman and stuff.
Oh man,
dude, there's nothing wrong with that, dude. You're like, all right, now that we're done, You want to be Bret Hart and I'll be The Rock? What should we do?
Hey, you want to play Ninja Turtles? What I used to do was I'd get my hands all in the bag of potato chips and get them all greasy and rub them on my toys so it looked like they were sweating.
Did you draw blood on them? I used to do blood.
Yeah, I did the blood with the little bingo markers or whatever.
They're all greasy. Dude, imagine how bad those toys smelled.
Dude, the blood was the worst. Ruined Burberry carpet. You know, you can't have kids in nice things.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
I had one of those instances where like when I was in college, it was like my first semester of college, and it's why I don't really like online video games anymore, or like I won't do a headset if I'm playing online games because I was in ninth grade, or I was a freshman in college, and I'm in the dorm, and it's like we had co-ed dorms, and I got like the fucking headset on, and I'm gaming, and I left my door open, and I'm in there like, he's around the corner, and then all I hear is two girls cackling, and I look, and there's two girls in my doorway, and I'm like, fuck.
See, but now it changed. Nowadays, if you're a gamer, you're getting the hot girls.
That's true.
Yeah, they like that, especially if you're making money doing it.
Right.
On Twitch.
Oh my! I don't understand Twitch. I really don't get the Twitch. I don't get Twitch. People are really just watching people play a game. Or?
Yeah,
it's brutal.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I used to like playing video games, but I also liked, before Twitch was even a thing, I remember my buddy grew up next door. He was really good at video games. His whole family was good at video games. So I used to like watching him play just as much as I liked playing.
Wow.
Because it was always like, he would always do things that I couldn't do. And I was like, this is cool. It was like the original Twitch. It was just me in his house.
Nah, bro. I have the same mentality, you know, when you see somebody like playing with like throwing a ball off the wall and you just want the ball immediately. Like if I see somebody playing games, I'm like, I want to fucking play.
That's
that,
true.
dude.
Yeah.
I was nervous to do things like that. I mean, Nintendo, I was good, but once you really got into the PlayStation 1, where you had to really do some stuff, my guy would just be up against the corner. Like, I couldn't I'd be trying to look above the TV, like, see where my guy is.
Dude, you're definitely a guy who would move with the controller.
I would. I'd yank it right out of the thing by mistake. Yep.
Well, that's because you grew up in like the hood of Youngstown. So like if you got shot, like you were used to hearing real gunshots. Hear it on the PlayStation, you're like, wow.
Yeah. He's clacking.
Halloween. I mean, by the time this comes out, Halloween will be yesterday.
Yeah.
But we're recording this on Devil's Night.
Is that Mischief Night?
You called it Mischief Night?
We called it Mischief Night.
Did you used to fuck around the night before Halloween when you were a kid?
Yeah, we used to do stuff. You know, like my friends were weird pranksters. Like they used to like taking other people's porch furniture and switching it, like with the neighbors, and leaving it perfect. Like
that's good.
And then we'd wait all night for the neighbors to wake up to see their porch furniture was switched. Sometimes you'd have to ring the doorbell, or whatever. But yeah, we used to mess around like that a lot around.
That's really funny though. Like,
that's a
funny.
funny.
Yeah. Now, dude, my friends were nuts, dude. And you know what else they used to do? Before school, they'd go, I used to ride to school with these guys. We'd all meet up and ride to school together. And they'd go door to door like they were selling magazines, but they'd have their dick out.
That's so crazy.
Dude, people would be talking to them for like 5 minutes.
God, you got me on a sip, dude. Like,
that's so insane. That's so insane. Oh my God.
My boy used to do that. It's Steelers tailgate.
That's like an Ohio Pittsburgh thing. We get bored over there.
Bro, he's like 28, bro, and he's walking around fucking at the Steelers tailgate with just his dick outside of like the hole of his jeans and going up to people at the tailgate and just having full conversations with them, and they didn't know until like they're 5 minutes in. They're like, yeah, no, I think it's gonna be come on, dude, your dick's out. And he was like, oh, I didn't even know.
Oh, dude, that's also such a Pittsburgh thing to just not care and just be like, oh, hey, man, your dick's out of your pants.
It's hanging out.
Did people snap?
A couple of people did one because the thing is, when you're 16, I don't know if you should have the freedom of a car. We were 16, so like I don't think much could have happened. But yeah, one dude snapped. He's like, "You got your dick out in front of my daughter."
Oh my God.
Yeah, and she opened the door and she was like one of these girls that's homeschooled, and she was just staring at it, But yeah, we've had a few. We had older people that I remember. This one older lady, she was like trying to tell him, she's like, your thing's out. And he's like, huh? He's like, the thing is, he acted really off. Like, he had these fake glasses, and he'd be like, I'm selling magazines. And he really sold it. One person bought the magazine. You know, they just wanted him to get away from the damn.
Dude, he's like, he finally gets a sale, and he's like, actually, this is my only magazine. I can't sell it to you.
Yeah, these guys all worked at restaurants, and they used to get on the roof of bars and throw tomatoes and eggs, whatever they can get from the restaurant. They'd throw it at the people walking out of the bars. You'd see these people like, what the hell? Where's that coming from? They'd be on the roof.
Dude, did I tell you this? The only time we egged a house was I grew up with this kid, and his mom was a little now I realize troubled and I remember one time had a beef with the neighbor, and we went over to his house, and he was like, she called us in the kitchen and gave us a dozen eggs, me and my two buddies, her son and my other friend, and was like, hey, go next door to this person's house and throw eggs at the house. And I remember even in that moment, I was like 12, and I was like, this is irresponsible behavior for a parent. I was like, what is this, dude? And it was crazy. I remember that, that lady was nuts, dude.
Dude, I never pulled my dick out at somebody's door, but I did. The last time that I went trick-or-treating, I was in, I think, 7th or 8th grade, which is, I think that's too old, right?
No, well, especially you're a tall guy. Yeah. I got away with it to my mid-20s.
You're like the midget on the bus. Do you ever see that video where the bus driver throws the kid off the bus and all the people are freaking out, and then they pull the hood off the kid, and it's just an adult midget who was snuck on the kid's bus.
Wow.
You never saw that, dude?
Genius.
Dude, that's you. That's you trick-or-treating.
Dude, I got a Spider-Man costume that I was all pumped up on. Right? And I put the Spider-Man costume, but it was tight as fuck. And I had like I was an adult, so like you could see like my shit through my pants, but I didn't totally realize it.
Oh my
God.
God.
We go up to this door, and I'm standing there, and we're like, trick-or-treat. And she's like, honey, you're too old. I can see your furniture. And I was like, yep, all right, it's done. And then we went to like 2 more houses with like the pillowcase over my fucking dick. And then I was like, we gotta go home, dude.
Dude, I trick-or-treated. I like stopped for a while, but even like in high school, we used to just wear costumes and go to like parties. But the party was like, we would just go to someone's street and walk around all night.
Right.
So, we wouldn't like trick-or-treat, but we'd like hit a house, get some candy.
Yeah.
Walk around.
Hang on the corner a little bit.
Yeah.
Nah, can't do that, dude.
Dude, I trick-or-treated. I love trick-or-treating, man. I'm going this Halloween.
Are you going?
Well, I go with my nieces.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
It's a nice little trick. And now I can, I can have some alcohol. I can go trick-or-treating. They go to the door. I eat some of the candy when they bring it back. It's great.
Gotta check it.
It's adult Halloween. Adult Halloween is the best holiday.
Are you dressing up?
Yeah, we're doing, we do a theme every year. This year we're doing Peter Pan. So,
yeah.
Are you Captain Hook?
Dude, I wish. I wanted to be Captain Hook. My niece is being Captain Hook. I got stuck with Mr. Smee. Dude, I should have wore the costume. The costume is so small. Even if I wasn't so fat right now, it still came as a crop top. It's like a crop top shirt. I'm like, this exposes half my stomach. I was like, I can't wear this.
Yeah, I don't know. Might help. Make it funny. Get a couple girls talking
Work
to
for
you.
the bit.
As if you look at pictures of him in the cartoon, he is fat and he has like a crop top and his stomach hangs out. I'm like, guys, we don't need to make it realistic, okay? That's what I expect for a $25 Amazon Prime costume.
Me and my girl dressed up. I was a referee and she was a basketball player.
A referee?
Yeah, referee. What is it?
A referee? I was like, oh, it's fun. It's like it's like an abusive
referee.
ref.
Oh, that's funny.
I was saying he was a dog ref.
Dude, the Michael Vick dog fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She bought these tickets to this ghetto. Man, this shit was so ghetto, dude. They took the ad off online. We tried complaining. It was over by the Intrepid. Like it was It was said Halloween party, $15 tickets, food, drinks, hookah. Seems fun.
Oh, dude.
DJ. We're like, all right, man, let's do it. So
you could stop me. I stopped at hookah. That's how you know it's gonna be. What is it? One hookah for everyone to share?
Dude, this shit was so ghetto. We show up, they got pieces of chain link fence that aren't like they probably stole from somebody. That's blocking the door, and they're like, "Hold up, dude! The dude's on the radio." He's like, "Yeah, they white. They 2 white people. They coming up. They white." Dude, he's like, "We're like, what type of? Why does that matter? Dude, we go up. Girls are booty shaking. They got sparklers." And then we sit down. Nobody's there. It's clearly a ripoff. There's like 8 people in the whole establishment.
Oh my
It's one
God.
group of people. And they got their sunglasses on, and they're like hookahs and sparklers and booty shaking, and people are throwing money. You can't even hear. We sit down, and this person's like, nah, y'all can't sit there. So we go way in the back. We're sitting down for like 5 minutes. Another person comes over. Do you have a table reservation? We show them our tickets. It's like $30 a piece. And then we're like, no. She goes, oh, yeah, to sit down, you got to spend $100. And we're like, dude, we're not about to spend $100 on alcohol. Like,
Hey, there's nobody fucking here.
75 open tables, right? Saying they're like, yeah, you gotta spend $100 on food or drinks. And then I'm like, all right, well, we'll get the hookah. She's like, oh, that doesn't count. It's just food and drinks. So we're like, all right. So we're looking at the drink menu. I'm not about to drink. You know how much whiskey that would $100? These drinks are like $12 a piece or something, 14. $100 a piece. So we're like, all right, let's look at the food. The dude's like, I'm whipping up ham sandwiches, but the toaster's out. I'm like, what, dude? Clearly rip off to the max. So we left. We had to leave. We're dressed up and everything.
Dude, that's so bad.
Yeah,
Where did you even find this?
Eventbrite. Dude, you got to be careful with those Eventbrites, man.
I'm whipping up ham sandwiches.
One time on Eventbrite, dude, I went.
How much is he charging for a ham sandwich?
Right, they were like $14. It was little platters, and he'd cut them up in triangles with some Doritos and shit. It's like, dude, are you kidding me? Yeah, he's like, our fryer's out. We don't got none of this stuff. Everything was fried.
Was this
food.
a bar or was it just some like warehouse?
No, it was a rooftop of a bar that was closed down.
I like that he was trying to feed you a dinner that like a divorced dad would feed his kids. He's like, yeah, throw some Doritos.
Yeah, put some shit on it. They white. They kept saying that. They acting white.
Oh, these white people are sitting at a table again. Go get them. Dude, did anyone else ever show up? Or was it just 10 people?
We
the
were
whole
there
night?
30 minutes. We left. I mean, we couldn't do it, dude. We had to stand, and it's like, and then the dude's like, you can't stand there. That's the sign. People are taking pictures. I'm like, dude, no, but they're sitting right over there. Ain't nobody. I'm done with Eventbrite, dude. One time I was on Eventbrite and I was looking for stuff to do. I think I found like it was a party. And dude, I show up and it's just this guy's house and he's sitting on the couch. He's like, I got like 8 reservations. We'll see. I'm like, dude, what the hell's going on? We're just in your house.
Dude, I used to think that hosting a comedy show and nobody would show up was awkward, and you got to tell the 2 people, be like, hey man, thanks for buying tickets. We'll refund you. But you guys are the only people here. We're not going to do the show. I cannot imagine showing up to someone's apartment. Also, Dom, why the hell? I'm actually, as I'm saying this, I'm putting this on you, dude.
But here goes the thing. It was one of those nice apartments where they have those rooms that they rent out. Like, people have their wedding receptions in those nice rooms.
Okay.
I don't know. He had champagne and stuff. I hung out for a minute, got to know the guy. I think I'm still friends with the guy, actually.
Oh, my God. So he Airbnb'd a room and then threw a party to strangers, and you're the only one who showed up.
Yeah, he's like, you think we're going to get laid? It's like me and him. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're trying to do here.
He's like, one of us is getting laid and one of us is going to be assaulted.
It was one of those things where I was running late, and I was broke back then. I'm like, screw it. I got to get an Uber. Couldn't get an Uber. Got a cab from like the East Village all the way up to this damn thing. It was like on 44th and 10th. That whole area, dude, I'm telling you, over by the Intrepid, just stay away from it.
Yeah, that's like Midtown.
Right.
That's a
Nothing good
sketchy
happens
area.
over there.
Just
46th and 10th.
Yeah, I guess anybody can just get an Eventbrite.
That's so funny.
and just have people over. Dude,
That's
dude,
so
probably-
funny, dude. Holy shit.
Makes me like serial killers now fucking could be thriving.
Right.
Yeah, dude, Dom, the amount of stories that you've told us where you're just in these situations and then just sit in the situation. I mean, dude, before you came in, you just said, what did you say? You go, I don't like just walking in.
Yeah.
So you come to my place and you call me. I go, oh, just walk in upstairs. And you come upstairs. And what did you say?
Well, I was doing a moving job at a place like similar to this, same area. And, I was like, I don't want to just get chased by an old Chinese lady with a broom. It happens more than you think, dude. You get them. I'm serious. I have plenty of moving jobs where people are like, yeah, just come up. And then, you're at the wrong house and you're sitting there, Jimmy, in the door, and then you got to move. You're knocking on the windows. People are like, please leave. You're like, oh, wrong house.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine being in my home and then having your face like peek through the blinds and be like, come out, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I had one time. I had my old landlord. He used to do work at the house all the time. He'd always be doing work, and we had a window just like that, just an open window, second floor. And I'm just in my room, naked and whatever, popping stuff on my nuts. You know how we do. No, but I'm naked and
Popping stuff on my nuts.
and
You get it.
Yeah, everybody knows. No, and the dude, the dude's just knocking on the window. He's like, put some fans on. I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Old Russian guy.
Dude, we had one of those. They just had to fix all the brick outside this window because of the rain.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize they were going to be here. And I walked in here just totally naked. And it's just like 3 Mexican dudes on a scaffolding. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Hey, fellas.
What's
Yeah.
up, boys?
What's up, dudes?
The cool thing is you're never going to see them again. I had to see this dude every day. He's like, I know you. He thought I was beating off. He kept going, I know you.
You dirty boy.
And you could have. It's
Right.
your room.
It's my room. I'm paying rent.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the best place to beat off. Where else are you going to do it at?
Halloween party where 8 people are there? No,
Right.
dude. Dude, that's so funny.
Dude, did I tell you when I got scammed on I don't think I got scammed, but that shitty haunted house I went to last year?
No.
So like again, like we grew up kind of near each other. I feel like haunted houses in like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, like Ohio, like those areas were pretty sick.
Yeah,
They're, like
yeah.
good haunted houses.
Yeah.
They got some good ones on Long Island.
Really?
We should have hit the Bayville one up.
Because New York stinks. I
Right.
went to one, it was like in a high rise, dude, it was like $60-$70 a ticket, right? And like I just wanted to go to a haunted house, haven't been to one in forever. Besides it taking 15 minutes to get through, 15 minutes or less to get through the whole thing was ridiculous. But right when we get in the thing, like the guys are like, welcome to Blood Manor, welcome.
Right.
And they're like there's like 3 of them and they're like all in character. And then like right when the doors closed and you got in, we're like standing there like waiting for this elevator to come. And then the people immediately are just like, so you think Ed's gonna call in sick again? Because I'm not doing a fucking double here. I'm like, wait, did you guys just break character already? It's been like 2 minutes. They went from like that whole like, yeah, get ready to see blood and guts, and he's like, dude, I'm taking my fucking smoke break. I'm taking my 15, and we get through like there's like no like some of the jump scares like people were just like forgot to do it. Like we saw like a chick, she was like, oh shit. I saw you sitting there.
You're
Were you on
scaring
your
them,
fucking
dude. You're scaring them. You're like, oh fuck! Sorry, dude. I forgot I'm in a haunted
It was
house.
brutal. It was it's like the fucking. I mean, I've lost $70 faster, but 15 minutes, dude.
$70 quick. Yeah, dude. You got to stop getting rubbing tugs.
Don't go to Blood Manor. Fuck Blood Manor.
Is that? Oh no! Was that the one that? That's not the one that was in the news. Like you sign a waiver before you go in.
No, that one's crazy though.
What is that one?
Well, there's the one that just came out in they just came out with a documentary about this dude in Tennessee who had it's like an immersive horror experience, haunted house type thing, where like, yeah, you got to sign like all these waivers, like he's not responsible for death. And really what it is, if you watch this doc, it's just this old military guy who is just torturing people.
Wow.
He's like waterboarding them and shit. Like they're just in his yard. He's like dragging them by a truck and shit. If you read all the stuff about
That's
it.
crazy.
That's not. Yeah, you were telling me that like sometimes like people are into it, but then like he'll like tape their mouth shut, so
Yeah.
like you can't really tell when someone's like says their safe word because they can't talk.
And the fucking guy got laid doing it.
Wow.
Like they were showing some of the girl, like, because the girl, like, there's these girls that like love horror and like scary shit, like gothic stuff, and like some of the girls like that he was dating and putting through these horror experiences were like normal, like attractive girls. Like, how the fuck is?
Dude, that's shocking to me because I thought you were gonna. I can't imagine what haunted house groupies look like.
No, I mean, what's the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm picturing it right now.
Haunted house groupies, a lot of purple hair, if you know what I mean.
You've never seen like a good-looking gothic chick?
The undercover, good looking.
Yeah,
Maybe.
They hide it.
Yeah, that's true.
Nose, got the bowl piercing in her fucking nose.
Dude, that's
dude.
crazy. That's
Yikes.
a real thing, though. I didn't know that was a real thing. Yeah, they were like, they'll clip your fingernails. They're like different levels, right?
It's like a spa.
Please don't.
The cops come. They're like, all right, what did they do to you? They fucking gave me a manicure.
They washed my hair.
Yeah.
They washed my
They
feet.
shaved my back.
They used the cheese grater on my feet.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know, man. That just sounds like you got a pedicure, dude. No, they're covered in gold paint. Yeah, dude, you got the full treatment. Oh God, dude.
I went to that one in Soho that they do, and I ended up knowing the people. They're all comic. Dude, a lot of these people are comics, so it kind of ruined the experience. It was me and my girl. She wanted to go.
Yeah.
So we went, and yeah, dude's like, yo, Dom. He was telling the people, he's a comedian. Let him up front, for real. It's all comedians. They're doing this shit.
Oh, that's hilarious,
You know?
dude. You ever go like have like a girl want you to like bring them to a comedy show? And you like go and like people there, and it's like this feels weird. Like I shouldn't be like sitting in the crowd or whatever. That it might be worse going to a haunted house and being like, yeah, my girl wanted to come and this.
The thing is, you bring a girl to a comedy show, and she's the one that wanted to go to the comedy show. Then you find out she banged half the people there, banged the barker. You're like, yo, you banged him? He's fucking barking. I mean, I'm doing a guest spot, but this dude's working. I did that once, brought a girl. Everybody's like, dude, stay away from her. I didn't listen. Took her out to eat. We ordered $100 worth of sushi. It was the Lantern, the River comedy shop or whatever. I bring her there. I met her at the Pear. She's like, I want to go to a show at the Lantern. This dude's like, she's just trying to make me jealous. He's like, dude, I used to mess with her. He's like, she used me for free food. I quit talking to her. After the show, we go get sushi, $100. She orders the boat. Like, she just kept ordering shit. She's like, I'm going to make it worth it. You could eat it off me after or whatever.
Jesus Christ.
Right? So then afterwards, she's like, let's drop the sushi at my place, and we'll go get some drinks somewhere, and then we'll come back. So I go, all right, bet. Drop the sushi off. She never comes back downstairs. I'm calling her. She's like, yeah, my roommate's mad. I'm sorry. I got to stay upstairs. I'm like, bring me back my damn sushi. Like, I spent $100. I literally, she's like, save it. She didn't even let me eat 3 pieces of sushi. And then this bitch had the nerve to hit me up on IG. She's like, hey, how you been? I'm like, do I know you? She's like, I'm the sushi thief. I'm like, send me some money right now.
You just Venmo'd her instead of responding.
Dude, that's also crazy that she fucking took the sushi. You should have taken it home.
Right. Well, she brought it upstairs. She's like, yeah, we'll leave it upstairs. We'll go get drinks. She never came back down.
He thought he was gonna get to eat it off of her.
What gall, dude? What
Right.
gall?
Some of these women, dude, I know. I mean, guys do it too, I'm sure. I can never have the heart to do it, but I know some dudes that do it. Like, I know dudes, they're like, dude, let her buy you some shoes. I'll be like, dude, I don't even know her. They'll be hitting girls up, sending them shoes they want on the first date. Like, I know some dudes in Harlem, nice shoes.
Oh, my God, dude.
And it's all the, I hate to say it, they get the women with the insecurities,
Yeah.
Maybe a girl was in a car accident.
Burn victim.
Yeah, dude, I'll never
Burned up.
forget this one girl. He'd be like, nah, it's unique. Your face is unique.
Oh.
And that's what he used to call her, unique.
Yeah.
For real, that's unique face.
He's like, yeah, it's rare.
Yeah.
Like these Jordans that you're going to buy me.
Yeah, she had that low lip. I'll never forget.
Looks like a fish hook.
Yeah, it was just sunk low a little. I met some people up in Harlem. Dude, they're hustlers. Buy me this. For real.
That's crazy.
And these girls do it. What you gonna do for me?
That's crazy, man.
Hey, let's take a quick break from our episode to talk about our sponsor, our favorite sponsor, Odds Are. It is the app designed to help give sports bettors an advantage over the sports books. So what it does is it utilizes an algorithm to help give you what they call GVPs or green value bets.
Oh, I like that, dude.
That are the bets that they have the most confidence in. And they are doing this not just for football, not just for baseball, but for every single sport that's out there. They are analyzing all of these sports using all of the sports using the algorithm. And they're doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things I did want to bring up before we get into our little chat here, Dylan, is that they just launched NHL with NHL season starting, and they hit 8 out of 12 their first 12 games.
Really good.
So they're really helping people make money and give them this competitive edge when they go and bet on their FanDuel or their DraftKings. And it is just it's been a great app that I know you and I have both benefited from with betting sports, especially college football. Is out of their 95 green value plays, they're hitting over 60%. They're hitting about 65%, and they're even hitting some plus money bets.
Yeah.
So not just your regular minus 110 that you see where you're giving up the juice to the bookmakers. For example, just last week you bet Nebraska. They had them at plus 110. So
that was money line.
That's $100 to win $110 or whatever your unit is. They're giving those out. A couple of weeks ago, I know that they had
that Chicago one,
the Chicago Bears bet.
Great.
So it's all about betting this app and keeping that consistency, and you are going to win money in the long run utilizing this. And if you're somebody that you're bored on a Wednesday night and you don't know too much about what's going on in the NBA.
Dude, yeah, because we talk about that. College football, we don't watch a lot anymore, but I'm getting back into it now with Odds Are. But hockey especially, I haven't watched a hockey game in years, and I could still bet it, and they've been doing well with it.
And I'll
throw money on it, and I just go on at night, and I'm like, oh, got a couple $50 in my account right now.
Nothing makes a game more fun than having a little bit of money on.
Oh yeah, dude.
Do you know what I mean? You could watch Wyoming Tech playing volleyball,
making me excited about this boring ass World Series.
Absolutely,
throwing money on it.
So, what we want you to do, if you are one of our valued listeners, and you want some value picks, we want you to download that Odds Are app, and if you see the link that we have in the description of the show, that'll get you a free trial of Odds Are, which I think, what is it, like a couple days, 2 days?
Oh, dude, let me tell you, it's 1 month free. 1 month. You know what you can do in a month?
Are you kidding me?
Dude, you can lose 30 pounds in a month.
You could lose 60 pounds in a month.
You could lose 60 pounds in a month. You could also win a lot of money using Odds Are.
You could lose 60 pounds in a day.
That's 4 weeks of games.
Just cut your legs off.
Dude, yeah. I wish you could lose 60 pounds in a day. You know what? Separate from Odds Are, one bet I want to talk about, not related to Odds Are, but hey, the Jets. It's a funny joke, that a running joke that they say, never bet the Jets. The Jets never win. Dude, they've covered every single game. Every single game this season, they have covered or won outright.
Are they 7-0 against the spread?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Last night, they were favorites, or Sunday, I should say, when this comes out. Sunday, they were favorites, and I think it was 2.5 points, and they ended up winning by 3.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, giving 2.5. So they've covered, I think they're 7-0 against the spread this year, which is nuts. Because last night, Sunday was the first time they were favorites, so they've been underdogs in every game.
Really?
Which I like, dude, because some of the spreads have been huge. And that defense is so good, it keeps it close. So you'd be 7-0 if you were betting the Jets. I have not bet the Jets all the time, but in my Pick'em league, I've been picking the Jets every week. I can't bet against them.
Can't bet against
I
your
do
team.
I wish that I put the Jets money line in the fourth quarter last night.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that would have been nice. It was like plus 800 for them to win in the fourth quarter.
No way. That high,
Yeah,
huh?
dude, they were down the whole game. They were down by 4 or 3, and it felt insurmountable the entire game. And then to win in overtime.
Well,
so hey, if download Odds Are, but also bet the Jets, baby.
Yeah, right.
Bet the Jets.
No, because right when I hop on that
I know,
train,
I know, dude.
I'm gonna jinx them.
Yeah, I don't want you on it.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is I know that I have bad runs myself. Any gambler betting with their brain and their heart is rarely gonna break out of that 50-50 betting.
Yeah.
And what odds are does is it moves you up into that, mid 60, 70% territory, hitting 70%.
Dude, there's been weeks where they were hitting 70, 75% of their bets. And I'm like, this is unbelievable.
So, yeah, hop on that train, download that free trial. You are losing money if you don't download that free trial, which a month, I can't believe a month.
Yeah, it's great. And you'll make all your money. You honestly will. Like, we've made all of our money to pay for the app.
Absolutely.
In less than a month. So it makes it worth it. If you're not doing it, you're losing money. So download it.
And with the holidays coming up,
Oh, yeah.
it's a perfect gift.
Oh, it's a perfect gift, dude. Buy an Odds Are subscription for a family member or a friend. Get them into an addictive behavior like gambling. And it's a nice little, hey, let's get you a little vice.
And have your own little betting advisor right here in your pocket.
That's great, man.
All right. Dylan,
All right.
what do you say we get back to the episode?
Let's get into it. I have a question. I wanted to ask Ray. You're a sports guy, right? A little bit?
Actually, I haven't been in it for a while. I've been, it's been a few years. I mean, I'll watch it. I like watching if shit's on. I'm definitely going to watch it. But
I have a question. I had a conversation with a friend this weekend, and she said that I'm in the wrong. Okay, if someone invites you to a live sporting event, is it inappropriate, appropriate for your question to be, before you give an answer, like, sure, I'd love to go, is it inappropriate to say, where are the tickets?
what do you mean?
It's
Like, where are we sitting?
I
Is that faux pas?
I think it's fucking uppity. Yeah.
Okay, dude. Well,
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's
do a little role playing.
Yeah.
Hey, I got us tickets to the game, Dylan.
Oh, sick. That's awesome. Yeah, what game?
The Jets are playing the Patriots.
Dude, oh man, that's unbelievable. I love
Cool. I'll count you in.
Yeah. Where are the seats?
They're in the fucking stadium.
Yeah,
That's
I know,
where they
but
are. Yeah, they're like
where are we sitting?
They're like 500 level.
500?
They're pretty high.
Yeah, man, I think I'd rather just watch it on
Okay,
TV.
go fuck yourself. I'll never invite you to anything again, you uppity cunt.
Dude, here's the thing. This is what I said. What do you think, Dom?
I think he's an uppity cunt.
Nah, I would. It depends. I mean, honestly, my question would be, hold on, wait, why'd you buy me tickets to the game? Like, what is it, like a girl backed out or some shit and you want me to go on a date with you or something? And really, it depends on the person to me. I'm more about the hang than the event. Like,
I do agree.
I've always had shitty seats, like, because I'm cheap. I'll get I'll be way in the back. And then, you try to move up when you could.
Yeah, that's fair.
That'd be my question.
Okay.
I'm fun to go to a game with. We would have had a lot of fun up in the 500 level.
He
Me
got you
too,
the
dude.
seat.
with the real. No, I didn't. But now I'm just offended on behalf of like poor people. I'm like fucking. I worked really hard to be able to afford those tickets.
No, I'd love to go.
Nah, you know what? You're not coming. I'll find someone. Dom, you want to go to a game?
I'm coming, man. Let's go.
Here's my thing. Okay, I thought a lot about it. Baseball, best to watch live in a stadium. We could sit anywhere. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Right? Especially you go to Citi Field, you're going to be able to walk low. You're going to be able to get good seats just walking down. Basketball, split. TV, it's good, but in a stadium, it's also good. Really, no matter where you sit. Football is... The viewing experience at home is so good that unless you're sitting like in a good seat, I'd rather just watch it at home if it's an important game. Because otherwise, I just go to the stadium, I get wasted, and then not watch the game. I have a good time, it's still fun, but if I want to watch the game, I'd rather watch it on TV.
I agree with that, but anybody asks me, I'm not. I think it's a shitty ask.
All right.
I thought you were going to say, is it customary if somebody brings you to the game to buy them a couple beers?
That's what I thought you were gonna say, too.
Absolutely. If someone gives you a ticket,
Yeah.
brings you somewhere, you buy like a few rounds.
And it
Or
depends
like pretty much drinks for the night.
where the seat is. Maybe you get one drink if you're up at the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
2 drinks, 50-yard line, maybe get a shot, Grey Goose or something.
Yeah, dude, I'm getting hot dogs and pretzels. I'm
Yeah.
getting the food. I'm getting a Philly cheesesteak for
See,
you.
that's where you can make them feel bad about the like nosebleed tickets. Is
What?
when you only buy them 1 beer,
Oh,
or you're
yeah.
like, hey, I'll get half your beer because
Dude.
we're up so fucking.
Hey, it was
high.
$25. You want to Venmo me 10?
Yeah.
I know a
Appreciate
guy
it.
got, and there was that game. It was the Giants where they got 0. I forgot. It was like a month ago.
Oh yeah.
Right. So a dude bought tickets, 50-yard line. He owed a favor to somebody else. Gets him the tickets, 50-yard line. And the dude was mad at him because they lost. He's like, you picked this fucking game to take me to? Like, he's like,
It's
I
like,
took
you
to
still owe me.
Right.
You owe me more
I
now.
took you to a good game. You took me to this piece of shit.
That's my question. I guess, hey, listen, maybe I'm in the wrong, but I think if people are being honest with themselves, it's a very reasonable question.
Yeah, I think if you don't want to take the risk of sitting up too high, just say I can't. I actually prefer to watch it on TV.
That's fair. I do like, though, if you go, if it's like a group and you're tailgating. Like, I went to the Jets game last year, Jets-Bills, and we tailgated all day, and it was a bunch of us. And we sat pretty good, like, not all the way up, but, like, pretty high. It was a great game, and the
See?
Jets won.
Now, what would you answer if somebody asked you that? If somebody said, where are the seats at? How would you feel with that answer?
Yeah, would you
Oh, it
feel
would be fine. I'm
offended?
going to be like, yeah, we're 106 because
'Cause you
I'm
ain't
not
cheap.
fucking buying
Yeah.
fucking 300 tickets. Yeah, I'm buying. If I'm offering, I'm getting nice tickets.
Well, and me, like, I would like to, sit nice. I just,
If
it's a nice gesture, Dylan.
If somebody asked me where the tickets were, I'd be like, "Oh, hold on, I got another line, and I'm not calling you back."
Really?
Yeah, I gotta take this. Hold on, I gotta take this.
Yeah, I'll tell you in 1 second. Somebody else is. You just never.
Somebody more important than you is going.
Honestly, if someone asked me where the tickets
Dom's just
are,
like, yeah, I'll answer that in a second. I got to go drop off the sushi, and then he just never comes back.
if someone asks me where the tickets are, I almost don't want to tell them because I want them to be surprised at how good the tickets are.
Or
Oh,
you
wow.
undersell, overdeliver, consulting
exactly,
trick. We're in the
exactly.
300s. But then they say no, you end up on the 50-yard line by yourself.
Yeah,
The kiss camera comes by, you're all alone.
Just making out with your hand, real weird.
That's one of the biggest mistake I make every time I go to a game is that, like, even if I do spring and get like really good tickets, I don't enjoy them because I get so fucking drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like sloppy, like oh, dude, college games, like the WVU. I used to
Oh.
fall asleep at halftime almost every time, like in the stands.
I'm like that with baseball. It's such a long game. A beer at a baseball game tastes the best to me.
It is a beer and a hot dog at a
my
baseball
God.
game
That's a-
outside.
Would you rank that as we always talk about the best beers? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like like the best like not like Coors Light, Miller, like that type of thing, but like the best time for a beer.
Yeah.
like that it does taste good at a fucking game, dude.
It does. It tastes good at a game. And, dude, honestly, after a hard day's work, a sunny day of landscaping or something,
That's my
Okay.
number one.
That's your number one?
You crack
My number
that.
one is the first drink on a golf course. You roll out,
yeah.
middle of the first hole, second hole, crack that first drink. That's the best.
Dude, that after manual labor, like sunburn, fucking, you get into like a cool bar and you just
Nuts are hot.
That one is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And after a comedy
Friday
show,
after work beer is pretty good.
yeah, that little pint.
Yeah.
You talk about how you should be further ahead in life to your family. Let me tell you something. I should have played baseball.
I had the skills if it wasn't for fucking twisting my ankle.
Yeah. I started late because I was in prison.
Dude, if I just didn't get in that car, I would have been in the pros right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
probably a good beer, an after prison beer.
Oh, I'm sure,
them
dude.
from the
Yeah.
joint.
Yeah, drinking that toilet wine for years. and
Hell
you get a
yeah.
Nice Coors Light right after.
I became friends with a few guys that work at prisons. Like I don't know. I guess it's a popular job. Like
Yeah.
these people go on cruise ships. I guess the workers at prison. That's
You know
their
what?
Vacation.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
And they're always telling me stories about how people sneak stuff in prison. Dude,
Yeah.
genius. Some of this stuff is so genius. Like they put fentanyl in crayons, right? They have their son or child draw them a picture in front of the place. They spray the paper with that weed spray or whatever, that Delta 8 spray. Then the kid colors a picture for daddy. Then they melt down, they cut up the paper and smoke it. It's got fentanyl in it.
Holy shit.
Somehow they melt down the crayons with a lot of fentanyl.
Oh my God.
Yep. And he said that's one of the big ways they bring it in. They're starting to put a stop to you can't color a picture for somebody.
Wow. That's messed up.
Andy set up the butt, and he's like, dude, you'd be surprised you could dig in somebody's ass and not find nothing. And he's like, that's still in there. And the way people do it is they time it out.
Yeah.
So they swallow it just in the right amount of time. So after you get checked and everything, fingers in the butt, the squat and cough, all that.
Dude, what's the one you can tie it around your tooth and swallow it?
What?
Yeah, you can tie something with floss around your back molar.
Yeah.
Swallow it down, and then you can pull it out.
Oh, dude, I could never do that.
I could never be the guy digging through somebody's asshole for the
Right.
drugs. That would be my least
Can
favorite
you imagine?
part. And then you don't find the drugs?
And you know what he said they do, too? They'll shit and not wipe to make it worse for the officer.
Oh.
So you're digging through a shitty ass. He's like, dude, I had 4 fingers in there, light. He's like, and this dude still managed. Yeah, he's
Opening
like,
it up, dude.
and he was like, dude, the amount of dope that came out of this guy's ass, we searched his room, and he's like, he had a brick. And it's crazy how they could do that.
The anus is fucking...
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's
No
retractable.
pun intended. Ayo.
It's a retractable muscle.
I don't like men no more.
Oh my god.
It's a retractable muscle.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was in my ass. I'd have to tell people when they're smoking it.
Dude, that's also something that nobody talks about. For I feel like prison people are very homophobic.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Not weirded out by doing drugs that were in someone's asshole.
Well, that's how good drugs are.
Yeah, that's
And you're
it cures
bored.
cures homophobia.
So
You get bored in
So
there.
I'm guessing in women's prisons because they have an extra pocket. They probably just fucking put a bunch of stuff up their clam.
I
Yikes,
bet.
dude.
Dude, I guarantee you probably Snicker bars. They'll be selling them. Everything's on sale. Flump, 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 flump.
Why are these Snickers
A
melted?
bunch of the fun size, fun size one. They're just
Yeah.
shooting them out like BBs.
like a Pez dispenser.
You put a little 25 pistol up there. Sneak a gun in prison. I mean, think about it. I probably could.
I couldn't. It's great that I'm a
You
man.
couldn't stick a gun up your asshole, right?
It's great that I'm.
Thanks for clarifying.
No. I'm saying it's great that I'm a man.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
if I had a vagina, the amount of shit I would shove up there when I'm bored.
Like a kangaroo pouch.
Oh my god, I would shove. There's I'm like right now. I'm just kind of looking around the room. The shit that I would shove in.
What would you shove?
my
A
pussy.
shoe?
That
That microphone stand?
I wouldn't start with the shoe. You know,
You'd have
It's
to
like,
start
I'm
with
not
like a
monster.
cell phone charger, some AirPad. What's the headphones? The Air Maxes or whatever? AirPods?
Oh,
AirPods, yeah.
Easy.
Those.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you could smuggle a bunch of them and sell them in the joint.
Oh, people would be. You could put an iPhone. I know you could put an iPhone Pro Max up a girl. I know. I guarantee you.
Oh, have you seen the lady that hides stuff in her fat folds?
No.
Have you seen that?
No, I don't want to.
Oh, dude, it's bad. It's she'll just do videos and she'll stand there and then she'll be like, "What am I hiding today?" And then she'll lift up. She's like 400 pounds. She'll lift up like a fat fold and she'll pull like a toaster out.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, so she could go to prison and fucking bring in a whole kitchen's worth.
I watched that 600-pound life, dude. I'm so hooked on that. And dude, you see them, they use a toilet scrubber to get between the fat. It's crazy. And I seen the dude just shoulder in the van door trying to close it on her. She's like, "You could push harder." He's like just wailing the minivan door.
Jesus.
God.
You know?
Is that the sisters? The 1,000
Nah,
pound
but I love the sisters. But one of them passed away, I think, so they quit the show.
Oh, wow.
No.
What happened? Oh no! What she with COVID?
Remember the
Wait. Did she die of COVID or with COVID? Because they're different things, dude.
right? Yeah, that's told you the whole mask thing made up. Look, she died. She was only 900 pounds. Remember they used to say, "Oh yeah, we drink diet sodas." They thought after anything you
sodas.
eat, yeah, if you eat like barbecued ribs, you wash it down with a diet soda, it cancels it out.
Yeah. And they were like, "How much water?" And she's like, "None."
You know what's crazy with that fat stuff is that Ozempic. You guys know anything about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I know somebody that took it, lost weight dramatically. They couldn't eat any. They take one bite and be like, oh, I feel sick, and they throw up randomly. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's because you're supposed to. It like limits. My buddy was on it, and it limits like your carbohydrate intake. It like any type of like sugar and bread. Basically, it makes you so full immediately, like disgustingly full. It makes you not want to eat it. So you're forced to eat like protein, like good protein, vegetables, fruit, and that's what you're supposed to like limit it to.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the side effects and we know nothing about it, dude. They're selling it in Mexico, like in the back of delis and stuff. Like it's a huge thing. You can't even. It's hard to get in the States.
Yeah,
it's limited.
it's a diabetes medication.
They got the knockoffs in Mexico, and you just see girls lined up.
Ozempic.
Yeah, Ozempic.
Ozempic.
Yeah, it makes your penis hard too. Unfortunately,
Does it? Nice.
Nah, they got got all
that
the,
is the ultimate drug. Lose weight and have a hard dick.
Yeah.
Can't win. All you need now is to add some hair in the back a little. Be good to go.
Dude, you got to inject yourself with it.
Yeah,
If
I'd
you
never
have it
be able to
yourself,
do it.
yeah, or you either go to the doctor every like week or two, or you just like start giving yourself shots.
Oh, I thought it was a pill.
No, it's a shot.
I used to work with this dude that did roids, one of my best friends at the time, and he'd have me inject him in the ass with his roids.
That's another big thing now is testosterone. Everybody's on.
Bro, it's insane the transformation. You know anybody on test?
Yeah.
I asked my doctor about it once, and he was like, I don't know. He's like, you seem young to have to get on it. And I have like 4 or 5 friends on it.
Yeah.
Ripped fucking monsters.
Yeah.
They quit taking shit from people. Like, I think it mentally helps you too, because
It does.
my one buddy, he used to, people would be like, hey, man, go stand over there. And he'd be like, all right. And he'd be like, man, fuck you, man. And he gets in people's face. I ain't washing this damn car and shit like that.
That's good for society.
Yeah, it's good for you. You're supposed to have testosterone.
Yeah.
I felt like mine was low because I'm tired. I'm getting kind of fat. I let people get one over on me. I let it go,
Yeah.
And I asked the doctor. He's like, nah. I was like, isn't there like a blood test?
Yeah.
And the dude legit he goes, well, hold on, we could check. And he puts on some gloves. He goes, take down your pants. And the dude fiddles a little. Dude, he really starts beating me off a little bit with this lube. And it's kind of crazy. My shit started to beef up a little, and he's like, yeah, you're fine, dude. I'm like, what's
that? Is not a test for testosterone. I'll tell you that straight up. That is not a medically certified test.
I'm like, you're not going to take blood or nothing? He's like, you're fine.
No, you can have very low levels.
So
and
my
still...
uncle was just testing my testosterone. Fuck. I put him away for years, and he was just trying to make sure I wasn't getting people weren't getting one over on me.
He just cared about me, dude.
The test, it's just a cream you rub on your thighs. And when they give it to you, these doctors want to make money. Like my buddies, they prescribed them 10 times the amount, and they take it. They're like, they maxed it out.
No.
They look like they look like super athletes. These guys.
That's too much. But you can take a little bit if you're low.
I might go get some of that.
Yeah, I just went to the doctor. I got a physical this past last week, and she took a blood test for testosterone. I asked her if she could do it, and
Did you find out?
I haven't gotten the results back yet, but the one thing I was honest with her about how much I drink.
Yeah.
And I asked her, I was like, can you not put this in the chart? She goes, how much do you drink? She goes, do you drink? And I go, yeah. And she
Drunk
goes,
right now.
What, like every day? And I go, no, not every day, but like a few times a week.
And you were
like,
lying.
No, I go, can you not put this in my chart? And she kind of like rolled her eyes. I was like, listen, I don't want my insurance to, go up because I drink a lot. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like some weeks I won't drink anything, but then other weeks I might drink, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Right.
Have like, anywhere from like 4 to like 10 drinks. And I was like, which I get is probably not good. She goes, yeah, we don't recommend binge drinking. I think it's a problem.
8 drinks is considered binge drinking?
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
The way they look at you when you even say a few times a week, I'm never honest with them.
Yeah.
If I told them, I don't know, like whatever it takes for me to be at 7-Eleven crying. How much is that normally for someone my weight?
She's like, how much do you drink? I'm like, I don't know. Enough to find you attractive, all right?
Until it's gone, lady.
Until the bar closes? What kind of question is that?
Normally when I get in a fist fight and they cut me off, that's...
When I got an underage drinking years ago, I had to like take all these alcohol classes and go to like all these like different what do they call it? Like an intake meeting.
Okay,
like,
to
find out what I needed, because they were like, oh, maybe he has a problem. So I go there and the girl's asking me, she's like, okay, so like, how many times have you blacked out? And I'm in my head immediately like fucking every weekend for like the past like 5 years. And I'm like I was like this month, and she was like, she goes, just ever. Just how many times have you blacked out ever? And I lied. Like I said what I thought was a lie. I was like, probably like 20 times.
Wow.
And she goes, that's a lot. That's a problem. and she goes, well, maybe you don't totally know what a blackout is. Do you mean like a brownout, or like you haze?
Brownout.
And I was like, yeah, that's what I did. That's what I did. But in my head, I'm like, no, where I fucking drink and I wake up the next morning and remember nothing.
Right.
And they used to have me every fucking weekend. But 20 was, I was like, dude, I was lowballing
it hard.
I was saying like 20%.
Whatever amount I need for you to prescribe me the dope. Can we just you just give me the Xanax now already, please?
Yeah, whatever amount will make this meeting done.
Yeah.
I'd appreciate it.
He said whatever will get me crying in a 7-Eleven.
I don't know, enough to, never talk to my family again.
Yeah, break a couple relationships.
Really burn some bridges.
Yeah, get kicked out of a comedy club.
Bro, were you a blackout ever?
Yeah, dude, I just blacked out a few nights ago. No, I'm joking. No, but
Dude,
yeah,
you're
no.
so funny. You come in, you're like, I stopped drinking. And then you're like, I'm back.
Yeah, nah, yeah, I got blackout drunk, dude. Nothing good happens. I tell everybody, dude, never ever drink. Once you get that demon's blood in you a little bit, dude, it's over.
Yeah.
You can get a few drinks. I'm pretty sure I've been roofied before, man. Hanging out with these girls you meet on Tinder, they got neck tattoos. You're like, I don't think this is a good idea. Next thing you know, you left your bank card somewhere. You see a $400 charge. You look her up on Tinder. She's not on no more.
Dude, you have all your organs? Have you ever woken up in a bathtub?
Dude, I wouldn't. I'm surprised I do. I remember I went through a little period where I was drinking pretty heavy. I don't know. I was just really depressed with everything. And
yeah.
I was working at a comedy club where they would just give me unlimited alcohol. You know how that goes.
That's, yeah.
And I'd be passing out on the train, dude. People, that game in Queens, they punch you in the head. Don't ever fall asleep on the train in Queens. Like,
really?
Dude, there's this game where they punch people that are asleep. It happened a couple of times when I lived in Queens.
That's just
Messed
assault.
up,
Right.
That's not a game.
Yeah, that's a game I don't want to play.
Yeah.
I wish I can go back, honestly. I mean, I'm glad I learned about drinking, but that shit was such a waste of time and money, man.
Dude, the amount of times that, like, there's nothing worse than finding out stories about yourself that you don't remember.
Oh, my
It's
God.
the fucking, dude, it is like the most sickening feeling.
And people add a little extra on to fuck with you.
Dude, absolutely. I had a girlfriend for years that, like, I would like black out and something would happen and she would like shit on me and like tell me like how awful I was. And like, I'm sure I was, probably a dick, but there were some times where she would tell me some stuff that I did. And she's like, everybody's mad at you. Like all your friends are really fucking pissed. And then I would call one of my buddies. He's like, what's she talking about? We were all fucking blacked out. Like,
That's so annoying, dude.
Right. Yeah, I had a girl one time flirting with me heavy, crazy heavy. She's like, I just want to give you good sex. I just want to treat you good. I love you. She's like hugging me. She's like, oh, I know you like feeling my titties on you and like crazy. And we're out drinking. And I guess I put my arm around her when we were walking, like, and my buddy was with us the whole time, luckily. And she goes, the next day, she goes, yeah, you put your arm around me. And when you were moving, it pulled my hair and you hurt my neck. You were kind of rough. She's like, when I asked you to squeeze my shoulders, you hurt me. I'm like, what? I was like, I know I was pretty drunk, but I was like, I didn't, 2 seconds, I did something. Then she goes, yeah. And then you were like, hey, sir, are you serious? You're talking like you want to hook up with me. And she's like, that made me uncomfortable. Dude, I call my boy, like, is there something I don't know that he's like, bro, stay away from that shorty. He's like, I was with you the whole night. He's like, bro, she kept saying, put your arm around me. And you did it. And she was like, ow, what are you doing? And then he's like, on top of that, he's like, bro, she was definitely throwing it like crazy, you know? And then there's girls.
Dude, how do you find these girls?
Doing
I
comedy.
feel like you
She's a comedian,
have
too.
so many stories. Why? Yeah, also, why are you hooking up with comedians? Buddy?
Well, I didn't hook up, but she was, you know, she was throwing. I like the fact that I have a girlfriend now, and I could tell girl, hey, I got a girlfriend. That's the best out of anything.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to hang out and get a drink? I got a girlfriend. Sorry, I'm good. And it's better.
Yeah.
I'm living the old man life. Go to my girlfriend's house. We watch 90 Day Fiancé.
How'd you meet her?
I was working on a gig, mounting TVs. I ended up, one was at her house, and it was the day me and my girl broke up, actually. I was dating somebody else.
Oh.
Went to her work, and she was back with her ex. He was there. And she's like, can't you get a hint? Like, I haven't called you in like 5 days. I'm just like, yeah, I thought you were in Long Island. She lived in Long Island, like with her parents for a period. Yeah. So I was seeing her on Instagram posting that she was in the city. I'm like, yo, you're back? And she's not responding. So I seen she posted she was going to be at work. So I showed up there. After work, I had my tools on me. This was like in the pandemic. And she goes, can't you get a hint? And then my phone rings. She's like, we're done. And I was like, all right. And then my phone rings
Also,
for a
such
job.
a weird that you showed up, but also very reasonable to be like, hey, we're done.
Right.
You know, her not responding is weird.
Right. Yeah, you should have at least told me. Don't play like we're still dating when you're in Long Island, still at your parents, you know. And then you come back to the city, it's a free-for-all, you know. But
so then your phone rings.
Phone rings, it's a job on TaskRabbit, and I almost didn't take it, but I'm like, fuck it. You know, my girl just dumped me. I might as well go make some money.
Yeah.
Go mount a TV at this girl's house. And I did like her right away. Like, I remember being like, damn, she has a real pretty accent. And I was just like hovering around. I was used to like doing comedy and girls kind of talking to me.
Yeah.
But now I look like a dirt scumbag mounting a TV.
Yeah.
She's just sitting there not paying any attention. But then I had to come back because she had the wrong mount. So I come back and then I talked to her a little. We were flirting, then she called me to come back again, and it was like to hang a picture. And I'm like, oh, it's easy. You could do that yourself. You don't want me to do that. It's too much. It's $50 for me to even come.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I just want it to be done professionally. And she's like, can you do it at like 8:30 at night? I'm like, yeah, no,
dude.
Saying I show up, she had me sushi dinner on her rooftop, man.
Get out of here,
Yeah.
dude.
She treats me great. Good girl.
It got real romantic. At first, it sounded like it was going to be a porno. Go over there to mount.
She's got her penis in a pizza box.
Right.
When you finish mounting the TV, you can mount me.
Dun, 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 dun.
He is a sick puppy.
You know, I had a few of those gigs. I had one where I was doing food delivery, and I remember it would be popping late at night, like after the comedy would happen, like around 1:30 in the morning. Nobody wants to leave their house. So I'd go down to like Soho where they tip good, and I'd be getting jobs left and right, like delivering food, $5 a delivery. And I had these two girls one time, dude, in lingerie, giggling their ass off, had me come up inside their apartment. They're like, here, come on the bed, eat the cookies with us. And I was like, oh, I can't. It's against policy. I'm a courier. And dude, I really needed the job. And I just left. What do you think these girls were thinking? Like,
I don't know. Probably wanted the attention.
hotties got shut down by a guy delivering food that's 5'5".
Why are you gay?
That's you.
Yeah. Passed it up. Dimes too, man.
Damn.
In bed, in lingerie, like 3 o'clock in the morning in Soho.
Shit. You messed up, dude.
Messed that
It's like
one
the
up.
end of Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
All the girls are coming out the bus, and then it's like, the town is 3 miles that way.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of guys. Oh, dude. Well, dude, we're already at an hour. So this was great. It flew by, man.
Fuck yeah, it was so
You
good
wanna
to
wrap
see
up?
you again,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, let's wrap it
Absolutely,
up,
bro.
man.
All right. Do you have anything else before we wrap that you wanted to talk about?
No, that's it.
Hell yeah, dude. This is another great episode, dude. Thank you for coming on. Tell the people where they can find you. This will be out tomorrow. So.
Oh, sick. All right, guys. I also have a podcast called Dry Salami Podcast that we're about 30 episodes in, and I think you'll like it. It's me and my buddy, and all kinds of stories on there. And social media. I post like every day now. Instagram, Dominic Leonelli. I don't really care for the TikTok too much, but I throw them up there, Dom of NYC, but mostly Instagram. So you'll see that. And I put my tour dates up on my IG too, Dominic Leonelli on Instagram.
Hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah. Dom, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. Make sure to go out there, follow Dom.
Yeah, the TikToks are great, man. I was telling you, they make me laugh so hard.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
You could find me at Zawodni on all social media. This weekend, November 4th, I'll be performing in Long Island at the Belmore House.
Ooh.
And so come on out to that show if you're around. And November 11th, I am recording a stand-up and storytelling show in my hometown of Pittsburgh. Dive Bar All-Star. If you are in the Pittsburgh area, listen to our pod. Come on out to that fucking show. Tickets are only like $12. I'd like to pack the place. It's going to be a great time. I'm recording the thing, so it's going to be so much fun.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm really excited about this. Kind of a semi-passion project.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And then also, you can catch me right here every single Wednesday, Troublemakers podcast with my good buddy.
At Dylan Krasinski on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. You can follow me there. Also, this weekend, I am doing a show on Friday, 7 p.m., LIC Tonsorial Barbershop Freestyle Comedy at 7 p.m. And then Saturday, I'm at the Grizzly Pear at 8 p.m. Ooh. Dude, back-to-back shows, baby. And, listen to Troublemakers. You can also follow us at Troublemakers on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. We post clips from the pod 3, 4, 5, sometimes six times a week. Follow us there. Episodes are out every Wednesday. Go follow Dom. Check out his stuff. And we'll see you next week, baby.
Bye.
Good night.